Woody Allen, he is an American film director, screenwriter, actor and comedian. He is known for his romantic comedy films, but he has also made films with parody, black comedy and absurdist elements. He is known for writing strong and well-defined characters for his female stars. He was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay 16 times, making him the most nominated person in this category. He has won 4 Academy Awards, 10 BAFTA Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards and a Grammy Award. He was also nominated for 1 Emmy Award and 1 Tony Award. Woody Allen received an honorary Golden Lion in 1995, a BAFTA Lifetime Achievement Award in 1997, an honorary Palme d'Or in 2002, and a Golden Globe Cecil B. DeMille Award in 2014. 2 of his films have been included in the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. He wrote, directed and starred in a film almost every year since 1966. He also wrote plays and several comedy books. Today, Woody Allen, who is 88 years old, is a film factory where we can see his signature in approximately 100 works, if we count the productions he made for television. He directed 59 films. He played the leading role in 48 of them. He only wrote scripts for 16 films. He appeared only as an actor in 3 films. He directed 3 TV series, wrote the script of 1 TV series. He appeared as an actor in 1 TV series. He used his own clarinet music in some of his films. Coup de change. The forbidden relationship of 2 young people leads to a crime. Fanny and Jean are the ideal couple and they have it all. They live in a magnificent apartment in a beautiful district of Paris and are in love like the first day. But when Fanny accidentally meets an old high school friend named Alain, her life is turned upside down. They soon meet again and become close to each other. This rapprochement sets off a series of events that will endanger Fanny's marriage, career and life. A Rainy Day in New York. It tells the story of the adventurous events that a college couple experienced during the weekend they went to New York. In the movie, Gatsby, the son of a rich and strange family, is a university student who loves gambling. He's going to New York with his girlfriend Ashley. Ashley will be interviewing famous film director Roland Pollard for the school newspaper. While Gatsby is thinking of spending a romantic weekend, surprises await him. After meeting the director, Ashley begins spending more time with him. Left alone, Gatsby meets his friend, a film student, while wandering around and stars in his short film. While Chan and Gatsby, the other actor in the film, become close to each other, Ashley has interesting experiences with Pollard's screenwriter Ted and actor Francisco. Wonder Wheel, set in Coney Island, it tells the story of love, betrayal and regret experienced by the second wife of an amusement park operator, his daughter and a lifeguard. Ginny is a former actress and now an unhappy housewife. Humpty, an alcoholic amusement park operator, is married. Humpty's daughter Carolina, who escaped from the mafia, takes shelter with them. Ginny gets bored with her life and begins an affair with a young and handsome lifeguard named Mickey. Mickey is also interested in Carolina. Ginny's son Richie, who is obsessed with fire, constantly starts fires. While Ginny thinks she can be happy with Mickey, she has to deal with the problems of her husband, daughter and son. Cafe Community, it takes place in Hollywood and New York in the 1930s. Bobby gets bored with his family and his jeweler father and goes to his uncle Phil, the owner of a powerful agency in Hollywood. Phil finds Bobby a job and introduces him to his secretary, Vonnie. Bobby is already in love with Vonnie as she takes him around Hollywood. But Vonnie says she's dating a journalist named Doug. Doug, who is married, promises to divorce his wife and marry her, but he cannot. Vonnie finds solace in Bobby. Bobby wants her to choose, but Vonnie doesn't choose her. Bobby returns to New York with a broken heart and starts working at the casino of his brother, Ben, who is a gangster. But he can't forget Vonnie. Irrational Man, it takes place on a university campus and tells the story of the crisis and murder of a philosophy professor. Abe is a depressed and alcoholic philosophy professor who arrives at a new school. Abe, who finds his life meaningless, has no interest in anything other than drinking. But there are 2 women who take care of him, chemistry professor Rita and her student Jill. Abe hangs out with Rita but remains friends with Jill. One day, Abe and Jill are sitting in a restaurant when a woman tells them that she was not treated fairly in the divorce case. They both overhear this. The woman blames the judge who decided against her. Abe cannot stand this injustice and decides to kill the judge. He thinks he won't be caught because he doesn't know the judge. This idea of murder adds new meaning to Abe's life. He becomes happy and can have sex with Rita. He also becomes romantically involved with Jill. However, Jill and Rita begin to suspect Abe of involvement in the murder. Magic in the Moonlight, a romantic comedy film set in 1920s France. It tells the story of an illusionist who falls in love while trying to uncover the secrets of a medium. Stanley devoted his life to proving that magicians were frauds. One day, his old friend Howard invites him to the French Riviera. There, he says, a wealthy American family fell in love with a medium named Sophie, and that Sophie may actually have supernatural powers. Stanley agrees to help prove that he is an imposter. But he is surprised to learn that Sophie knows very personal details about him and his family. He becomes convinced that Sophie truly has supernatural powers and realizes that he is in love with Sophie. Blue Jasmine, it tells about the contradictions and confrontations between a woman's luxurious life in the past and the harsh realities of today. Yasmin is a rich and beautiful woman. Her husband is arrested for defrauding his customers and commits suicide. Having lost her wealth and reputation, Jasmine continues to be in debt. He goes to his sister Ginger in San Francisco. Ginger is the complete opposite of Jasmine. He has an ordinary life. Jasmine dislikes Ginger's lifestyle and her boyfriend Chili. Trying to rebuild her life. Jasmine wants to become an interior designer, but she needs to take a course. He starts working for a dentist to pay the course fee. Jasmine's life changes when she meets a wealthy widower named Dwight. To Rome with Love, a romantic comedy film set in Rome and bringing together 4 separate stories. An ordinary man named Leopoldo wakes up one morning to find himself a famous star. Everyone is interested in him, but Leopoldo cannot understand the reason for this interest. Retired opera director Jerry hears an acquaintance singing with a wonderful voice in the shower and wants to take her on the opera stage. John is a famous architect and goes to Rome. There he meets a student named Jack. Antonio and Millie are a newlywed couple and they come to Rome. Millie meets a movie star and spends time with him. Antonio mistakenly mistakes a prostitute for his wife and sleeps with her. Midnight in Paris, it tells the story of a screenwriter's fantastic adventure and how he falls in love with the woman of his dreams. Gil is a man who is trying to finish his first novel and is fascinated by the artistic history of Paris and the lost generation of the 1920s. He wants to move to this city and marry his fiancée Inez. But Inez does not agree. By chance, they encounter Inez's friend Paul and his wife Carol. Gil, drunk after the wine tasting, decides to walk back to his hotel, while Inez takes a taxi with Paul and Carol. At midnight, a 1920s car arrives for Gil and takes him to the 1920s Paris art scene. You Will Meet a Tall Dark Stranger, a comedy drama film set in London. It tells the story of 2 married couples and their children, the problems they face and how they lose their minds. Alfie and Helena are an old divorced couple. Helena goes to a fortune teller and gets advice. Alfie marries Charmaine, a prostitute. Their daughter Sally is in an unhappy marriage. Her husband Roy is a writer and falls in love with Dia. Sally considers having an affair with her boss, Greg. Helena forms a friendship with the bookseller Jonathan, and this friendship turns into love. Sally quits her job. No one is happy with the choices he made except one person. Since there are so many Woody Allen movies and other productions, I think it will only be finished in 4 or 5 videos. It was an enjoyable work for me. I hope you enjoy it too. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Goodbye, see you soon.